Whilst you're scuba diving, there are a plethora of different accessories out there and they all have different uses. So in this video, we're going to take a closer look at diving accessories. Lanyard. The basic lanyard is your most fundamental piece of equipment. You can attach it to a torch, a camera, or whatever you need to hold it close to your body. You attach one end to your piece of equipment, the other end gets wrapped around your wrist, and that way you cannot be separated. You can still use the torch, but you can let go of it and it will just dangle below your arm, so that way if you drop it, it's not the end of the world. Coiled lanyard. Coil lanyards allow you to hold your gauges or your camera close to your body, but if you want to pull it away, you can undo a pinch clip, and a spring coil means that you can bring it away from your body and use it freely, and then return it back by doing up that pinch clip. Retractor. Retractors have a spring-loaded lanyard. You attach one end to your BCD, the other end to your camera or gauges, and the spring-loaded line means that you can use them, pull them away from your body, but the spring will retract it and keep it nice and close to your body. A lot of them also have locking mechanisms so that you can extend it, lock it in position, so that way you don't have to fight that spring to use your camera. SLATE. Slates are a great way to communicate underwater. You can write down messages just using a basic pencil, and they usually have some kind of lanyard to clip it off onto a D-ring. Wrist slate. Wrist slates are curved slates that have a strap that attach onto your forearm. They usually have multiple leaves or sides that you can write messages on, so you can go back to them later. It also gives you more writing space to write down more complex information. On a lot of them you also get some pre-printed messages, so you can communicate much faster. Pointer. Pointers like this one are a great way of pointing something out without getting too close to it, especially if they're venomous. They're also a great way of bracing yourself to take a picture without touching the reef, as touching the reef with your hand can damage yourself and the reef a lot of the time. Strobe. Small strobes like this one are very handy to identify yourself if it's dark or if you have poor visibility. You can also attach it onto a piece of equipment if you want to come back to it later, like a stage cylinder. Clip it off, it makes it much more obvious and much more visible in poor visibility. Drift hook. If you want to stop and enjoy the view or take a picture of something small, then attach the hook onto a rock, something sturdy, and then the other end to a D-ring on your BCD, and that will hold you in position. The only thing you have to make sure on is that you're attaching it onto something secure and not living, so it has to be a rock or something similar. Tank banger. Tank bangers are a simple device that wraps around your cylinder. You pull it away from the cylinder, let go of it, and the elastic band is going to bring that ball straight back to the cylinder, making a clonking noise to get your buddy's attention. Rattle. Shakers are a handy way of getting hold of your buddy's attention. Simply remove the magnet, and then inside is a small weight that will just get your buddy's attention whilst you're in the water. That small bit of metal is going to shake backwards and forwards, which is really easy to hear under the water. Put the magnetic cap back on and it doesn't make any further noise. Necklace. Regulator necklaces allow you to hold your alternate second stage just below your neck, which is a quick and easy way to find it. Preferred by primary donate regulator setups, you donate your primary regulator that's in your mouth, and then you yourself swap to your second stage just below your neck. Air horn. Air horns connect to your low pressure inflator hose and then to your BCD inflator. They use air from your cylinder to create a very loud, high-pitched noise, which means you can be found in the water much easier. If you're separated from your boat and they can't quite see you, a quick blast from this will get their attention. Second stage adapter. These adapters mean that you can have the hose from your second stage come out at virtually any orientation. Like this one that has a 90-degree angle, this is great for side mount and twin set diving, but you can get a whole range of angles, and you can even get omni swivels, which means that the hose can come out at any angle. Notebook. Wet notes are much like a slate, except inside, instead of having a hard piece of rigid plastic, you have individual pages called leaves. You still write on it with a traditional pencil, but you have more space to write down complex notes and dive plans. They usually come in some kind of nylon cordura cover to keep them together and to keep them safe. Pressure gauge. Pressure gauges like this one mean that you can quickly check how much gas is in your cylinder without attaching your regulators and pressurizing them. You quickly attach it to the cylinder valve, turn it on, see how much gas is in the tank, and then you can take it off. Quick and easy, so you know exactly how much gas is in your tank before you go for your dive. Buddy line. Buddy lines are a way of effectively attaching yourself to your buddy so neither of you get lost or separated. Inside the pouch you have a long webbing line. One end of it will have a bolt snap, so you attach that onto your buddy. The other end has a handle. Grab hold of the handle, clip it off onto either your buddy or onto a shot line if there's strong current so you don't get separated. Spring straps. Spring straps or bungee straps or even just plain old fin straps are always a useful accessory to hold in your dive kit bag. Spring straps make your life a lot easier putting your fins on and taking them off after a dive, and it's always worth having a spare. Bolt snap. Bolt snaps come in a range of sizes and shapes. You either get single enders like this one or double enders, but they're a handy way to attach items onto a D-ring and clip it off. Gear marker. Gear marker is a handy little way to personalize your kit so it doesn't get mixed up with anyone else's. It's three-dimensional, so it's more like a gel that hardens, so it's raised as well. Comes in lots of different colors, so you can write whatever you want over your equipment to personalize it. Toolkit. Now your equipment will need some kind of maintenance, and typically it happens on the dive site. So you will need specific tools to help you either fix or repair your equipment whilst you're at the dive site. So that was a quick look at different diving accessories, but there are plenty more out there. Let us know in the comments below what kind of accessory you use whilst you dive. Thanks for watching and safe diving.